Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Astro Guru back again, and you are once again watching Astroteric TV. Tonight's topic of discussion, you ask? Genuine love. Okay? We're going to try to keep it a little brief, but we're also going to dive deep. Genuine love doesn't hurt. Genuine love is respectful. Genuine love is trusting. Genuine love is easy. Like the song says, easy like Sunday morning. You feel me? Genuine love is like not forceful. Genuine love isn't controlling. Genuine love allows freedom to be had. Genuine love says you can do whatever you want. I just ask that you respect me. Why? Because someone who is genuinely loving understands that trusting you is my choice. Betraying my trust is your choice. You understand? So, like Cat Williams said, if you wanted me to tell a better story about you, you should have probably, gave me a better story to tell. But you don't get to narrate my experience with you, okay? Something you can't tell a person is how to feel. And I don't care what it is that you're doing. What you may see as help, they may see as harm. Understood? So, we don't really have to clash in that area. But the only way that we'll ever be able to thrive in relationships is to have honesty, which is how any relationship thrives. It doesn't matter if it's a friendship, doesn't matter if it's a parent-child relationship, doesn't matter if it's, spousal. No matter the relationship, if it's a employer-employee relationship, honesty is the best policy. Understood? So, with that being said, genuine love is accepting, because genuine love understands that none of us have this thing called life really just figured out. And although we may jump through hoops and hurdles and find ourselves like hamsters on this wheel, just running in place sometimes, enlightenment is to be had at some point. Realizations are going to be come to. And genuine love is how we get there. You understand? That's how we get there. Because manipulation, betrayal, lies, things like that, deceit, those things pull us backwards. Now, they also help us grow, but there's that buffer in the middle where you have to be frustrated and confused and puzzled and distraught and crying and things like that. Now, we don't have to have that happen. We can move forward gracefully by just simply being honest with each other and helping the next man move forward as we move as a unit. Like if you ever seen in the army where they lock arms with each other and they walk out into the ocean, things like that. Okay, it builds trust. It lets you it helps you to understand how much the next person affects your life and how much you affect the next person's life. Just think about the military. Like in the military, if you're a platoon, you got these guys who, we together. That's what we are. We together. Some of them come home from the military and they still, we the guys. We together. It's unbreakable bond. That's what you want all of your friendships, relationships, and things to be. You want them to all have that air of unbreakability. And the only way you can do that is by being a genuine, loving, and honest person, because that stands the test of time. So even if things should go awry and, say someone slanders your name, defames you, they go and just badmouth your character. It may be believed by the third party, but at some point in time, a realization will be had, because as time goes on, you'll start to see, like, hold on, that person is nothing like what this person described them as. Things like that. But you could have stopped all of that by just kind of, some people don't do it because, you don't want to tip the person off if you are right. Like, if this person really is a bad person, you don't want to tell them, hey, this person said you're a bad person. And now they just, like, go clean up everything. I understand that. That's understanding. But in the same token, if it's a genuinely good person, when you tell them, like, hey, this is what was said about you, or, this is what I'm hearing, they won't blow up because you heard something about them. It's just words. Either it's true or it's not. If it's not true, they're not too worried about it. If it is true, they'll be honest with you about it. Understood? There you go. So, honesty is the best policy in all relationships. Now, when it comes down to, let's say, how you conduct business, of course, there's privacy still when it comes to things. So we're just going to bring business into that because nobody goes around telling everybody how much money their business made, things like that. They'll divulge other information like how many sales they had. They'll tell you things like that. Now, mind you, they're telling you these things because they love the business. Now, the reason they're not telling you about the money, it's not solely because, like, everybody likes money, things like that. No, they're not telling you about the money because that's not the focus. That's not the goal. That's not the love. That's when you're actively doing what you're doing, money is not the goal. Money's not the focus. So, which is how I kind of, like, unless you love everybody touching your body, I've never seen selling your body as, like, an aspiration. I've seen it as something that people did maybe to get by and things like that. Like, but I never seen it as, like, this is my profession. This is what I want to do. But, I mean, to each his own. Some people like that. Some people love that. Understood. But those people, if they really genuinely like and love that and that's what they do, not only do they want you to be happy for them, but they want you to genuinely accept it. So they're not going to come tell you that I'm a lawyer and really I'm an adult actress. They're going to tell you, like, oh, I'm an adult actress. And, like, if you have a problem with that, then, if that's a deal breaker, then I understand. That's cool for you. Because they're trying to be genuinely and authentically accepted. That way they can receive genuine and authentic love. So, same thing for the guys. I'm not going to tell you that I'm a construction worker when I'm a hitman for hire. If I'm a hitman for hire and, I'm really, really into you, I might tell you the truth in a very subtle way. Like, hey, I do things that you probably wouldn't agree with, and then we can kind of, like, take the slow walk down that road. Because you can't incriminate me for saying I do things you don't agree with. Everybody does things that people don't agree with. But we're taking the slow walk, depending on your response, your reaction, things like that. That's why it's also imperative to be able to read a character, be able to read a person. Because then you kind of know what you're dealing with. But once again, because some people can't read people that well, if people were more honest, you wouldn't have to read people. Can't trick the energy, though. So people have been being read since the beginning of time because we've been having 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 lips, things like that since forever now. So there's an energy that comes with things like, if you see me on the street and I look like this, the energy in you says, I don't know if that's the most loving guy walking the street right now. But if I do this, I look more like a friend. Understood? Till next time.